guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of this video, today I will be telling you the 10 things I wish I knew before I got into university. Some things are things that I've really thought about, and I wish someone told me this when I got into uni. So if you're interested in this video, please push your like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. So yeah, let's get into the video. The first thing that I wish I knew actually, and something I think I really underestimated, and it's currently one of the themes in my life right now as I'm getting into my third year of CASA, is that you will fail. From my background, I used to be like a super overachiever and someone who always did well in school and always strived to do even better. I did not expect uni to be as difficult as it was or it is currently. Therefore, I did come across some obstacles where I failed some modules, I failed tests, I failed small tests like the mini tests and things like that, and I don't really think that I was taught how to deal with the failure academically. I'm not saying this to demotivate you. It's going to be difficult, but the thing that you need to learn is how to fail forward. So you can fail, okay, but you need to find a way of how you're going to get up and move forward from that. Rule number 2, you're not the first. This is something that I tell myself all the time when I'm in a difficult situation or when I feel really overwhelmed by the things I have to think about or overcome. You're not the first to be nervous about university. You're not the first to fail. You're not the first to have to start over with making friends. You're not the first to go through whatever you're going through, okay? There's so many people who have walked that path. Therefore, it should fuel you and make you believe that there is light at the end of the tunnel. We tend to think that, whatever we're dealing with, we're the first people to go through that, and how am I going to get out of this, and how am I going to make it, how am I going to do this, how am I going to do this, how am I going to do that. But that's the train. Let me wait for the train to pass. Okay, but I think what's important is for you to think outside of yourself and look for people that have gone through the same thing as you and use that as motivation for you to get out of whatever you are going through at the time. I feel like I can say it better in Zulu. It's like honestly, failing so you're not the first, you're not the last, you will get through it. There's so many people who've gone through that as well, and there's so many people who've succeeded and persevered through that. So yeah, don't think that the world is against you and you're the only person going through those certain obstacles. We all have. Number 3, and this is something that I did not do in my first year of university: put yourself out there. Friendship is extremely important. When I got into university in first year, I really did not make space for friends. I didn't make space for going out, for socializing, but also I want to be kind of gentle with myself with this tip, because I did get into uni when it was still fresh COVID. My matric year was the beginning of COVID in 2020. So when I moved or transitioned into university, we were in the second year of COVID, and the December before that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was when we had a resurface of COVID. So the first few months of university were extremely tough because I'm in a new city. I'm in res at the time. I was in a student accommodation. I'm doing all my classes online. I don't know anyone. I don't know where to start. I don't even know the people in my class. Do you get what I mean? The most I could get was hearing people's voices on a Teams call, but that didn't suffice because I feel like as a person you need human connection. So my biggest tip is that really put yourself out there, guys. Go out, start over. And let me tell you something, especially if you are in first year, I believe everyone is there for the first time as well. Do you get what I mean? So don't be scared to say hi to the person you're sitting next to, or to even ask someone oh, do you understand this work? That's how I started most of my friendships at uni. I'd be yo, I'm so tired, and then the next person would be oh, I'm also tired. I'm what have you been doing? And things like that. So making friends is not an easy thing to do, but if you put the practice in, you will get a hang of it. Friendship in uni has saved my life so many times, because there's so many things that happen in university, and the closest thing you have in uni are your friends. So it's always great to know where you can go for support, and where you can be with people who are going through the same thing as you. And my fourth tip, and this is something that I wish I was like, oh, I wish I reinforced a lot in my first and second and now in my third year, is explore your individuality, guys. Coming from high school, I thought I was the same person, the same Tando, with the same values and the same, way of thinking. Do you get what I mean? And I think that really did kind of influence me struggling a bit in first year, specifically because I did not expect to change so much, and I did not know what to do with that change. Get to know you all over again. Do you get what I mean? And in terms of university, when it comes to like studying and things like that, the way you studied in high school may not work for the way you have to study in university. Like I used to be someone who could do, let's say, I could read over work and cram it and be okay and go past a test. But now in university, I have to apply more. I have to do active recall. I have to ask myself questions. I have to form a study group, things like that. So be open to change in who you are, and also just explore more of it. The more you get to know yourself is the more you get to love yourself, and the more you get to love yourself is the more you get to love other people, the more you can make friends, the more you can be happy with your university experience. So expect change in yourself, but don't be scared to explore that. But in university, you can literally start over and become something so different. Don't be scared to be different from who you were in high school. I promise you, the safest bet you can make in university is on yourself. Explore who you are, and I promise it will yield such great results in every area. This is something that I'm still trying to get into, even in my third year of uni, is that you should develop a routine and kind of form some sort of discipline early in the year. The more you wait to form a routine, this train. Okay, you should form a routine, okay, and try your hardest to be disciplined, because uni gets harder as you progress, right? So you don't want to wait until it's test week or until it's exam week or finals week, etc., for you to wake up early, to do all your tasks, to hand in your things on time, to go to the gym, for some people to go to the library to study instead of studying your home. Form a routine that's going to yield the best results for yourself, especially a routine that will reflect the things that you have on like your goals and your vision board. Do you get what I mean? I took a lot of time in first year to kind of find my groove, and I think it showed, because I feel like when you don't have a routine, you're subject to doing anything and everything. So let's say, for example, if I have a routine that on Monday I wake up at 7 a.m, I go to the gym, I make breakfast, and then let's say by 8:30 I'm out and I'm on my way to campus, that already frames my day. It's easier for me to handle the tasks of the day. But like, let's say I'm just a freelancer, and some days I wake up at 8 and some at 8 a.m, some days I wake up at 7 a.m, some days I wake up at 10, and I miss classes. It's not good, it's not motivating, it's not gonna help, and it's gonna show in your results, it's gonna show in your mood, in your behavior. So please invest in a routine and practice discipline. Another thing that I'm still practicing and applying in my life right now is stay connected to your family. I got into first year, I was very close with my mom, and I'd share everything like, oh ma, I'm really struggling to make friends. It's always good to keep your family in the loop of things. Like if you're struggling, if you need something, etc., just try, okay? Just try to build some sort of relationship with your aunts, your father, your mother, etc., or just choose one family member that you can confide in, because you can't do everything alone. And also it helps to have like an older person guide you, okay? Because your friends, you're all on the same path. Some things you really need an older person to guide you. And because I lost my mom in first year, I have been trying to re-establish, my support system within my family. So there's this day I was crying about school and extending my degree, but I called my aunts and things like that. And those are things that I didn't do in second year. And I think that's why my mental health was so bad, because I didn't stay connected to the people who really had my best interests at heart. So give yourself a chance, give your family a chance to be there for you, and just stay connected to your family. The next tip I have for you guys is that growth is painful, right? Growth is painful. You're growing, you're changing every day. You're gonna face things that you didn't even think were faceable, if that's a word. And another thing, funny enough, you're going to understand why your parents used to say, like, when you're growing up, that you'll see one day. Because I kid you not, you will see, okay? You need to just be ready to fight it, I guess. And you also just need to always remember, like I said in the first tip, you're not, was it the first tip? No, in the second tip, that you're not the first. So yeah, just be ready to deal with things that are going to be bigger than you, but also just remember that God is bigger than all the problems you're going to face. Another thing, I think it just ties in with everything, I guess, is have fun, guys. You know, because I was a serious academic child in primary and high school, everyone in my family would warn me about, like, you better stay on path, and, you know, don't get peer pressured and things like that. And I think that really like got engraved deep in my mind, to the point where I didn't want to do anything. Like, I didn't want to go out. You know, if people are going out, I'd rather stay home and study on a Friday. Like, come on, there's some things you just have to be really loose with, you know, but moderation is everything. Like, you can't just party for 7 days, right, and not go to school. I do not condone that. But let's say it's a Friday, you've been at school every day, you've worked, give yourself a chance, go out, go have a drink, go have some shisha, like, have fun. Like, honestly, in my second year, I did let loose, and I'm so happy I did, because there was so much I was holding myself back from in first year, and I didn't get to experience a lot of things. And fun is subjective also. So you don't have to go to the club, you don't have to go drinking, you don't have to, like I said, go have shisha with your friends. Having fun could be like having a picnic, going painting, going to the beach, you know, going to the, like, just give yourself room to have fun. Okay, this is actually a funny tip. Meet in your first year is not your soulmate. Okay, so what I mean by this is that, like, give yourself some time to grow, give yourself some space to grow, give yourself time to actually know what you want and what you like in your dating life. And, you know, if I go according to, like, the average age to be in university in South Africa, it's 18 years old. So, like, give yourself time. You are so young. Even now, I'm turning 21, and in my head, I'm the youngest I've ever been, because there's time for that, guys. There's time to date, there's time to commit, there's time to dedicate yourself to your partner. At 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, I believe is not the time. I promise. I promise you, okay? Put your education first, put your goals first, put yourself first. If you remember what I said in the beginning, like somewhere in the beginning of this video, is that the safest bet you can make is on yourself. Like, literally put yourself first. And another thing is that it will always be there. Dating will always be there. Don't rush yourself. Okay, don't feel pressured by other people to be in a relationship. Don't commit to something that doesn't align with who you are at that point in time. Please, I don't have words anymore. I'm just saying, please put yourself first. Put your goals first, put your education first. Love will always be there. And this is one of the tips that ties in with the previous one. Remember why you're there. Okay, remember why you started. If you lose motivation, just track back and be like, I came to university because I wanted to be a doctor. I came to university because I wanted to be a chartered accountant. I came to university because I wanted to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Don't let the world take you away from your dreams. Don't let worldly things consume you, okay? Don't be filled up with the desires of the world. Just don't be derailed, guys. Like, really try your best to stay connected to who you are. deep down and to stay connected with your dreams and your goals. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that, you know, these tips have helped you just frame your mind and just think of how you're going to approach your uni year. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.